Join as a guest. You had to join as a
Now I'm
host.
going. Now I'm going again.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I don't even know if we're live or can we keep doing the show, Emma? Are we okay to
We
keep going?
can. We are all set. We are.
That was a
good.
great Matt Moscardi, Greenfin 22 in Chelsea Piers, New York City. Yeah, a super spreader, an ESG super spreader event. Do you think he'll get
Probably.
COVID a second time? That's the question.
One can only hope.
Yeah, have you? I don't actually know a lot of people who've gotten it twice, so this would be exciting for me.
My mom
I know a
did.
couple.
Your mom did. You know, okay. All right. That took longer than I thought. So let's move on to our final segment. We have the great Emma Lurking, and Ari, I hope you're ready. So we found this amazing article on Business Insider called "These 60 Top Executives Share Their Favorite Interview Questions to Ask Job Candidates." So Ari, are you ready to be interviewed by Emma Lurking? Because let's do this. Come on.
I
Okay.
love this. I only know one, and it's the manhole one. Why are manholes round? That's the only one I know.
I think I know the
I've
answer to
never
that.
heard
I
that
hope.
one.
I actually think I know the answer to that, but I hope it's on the list.
Very
It is.
cool.
I can tell you right now it's not, and I do want to know the answer, so please tell it
Okay.
to me now.
I think, and Ari, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's because you can't draw. If it's round, it can't fall back into the hole from which it came, right? Like it can't.
Yeah.
There's no way of angling it so that it'll actually fall into the hole. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job.
I've thought about this as a child because I had a very lonely childhood. Okay.
All right, Emma, hit me. I'm so pumped.
All right. So here are the 10 curated interview questions from 60 CEOs done by me that I will be now giving
Emma
to
Lurking.
you.
This is real, though, right? This is real.
Yes, this is real. This is from an
Yeah, we're
article
not making this up. Yeah.
from Business Insider. 60 top executives share their favorite interview questions to ask job
Does
candidates.
this include our own Matt Moscardi or no?
Yeah. Does it include Matt Moscardi?
Matt almost made the
Probably.
list, but I heard from the
Almost.
editor that like his question was a little weird. It was originally going to be 61, but
Yeah.
then
Something
Matt
about
asked,
the ice cream.
yeah, something, what flavor is ESG if it were ice cream? Didn't really make a lot of sense to the editorial
No.
team, so they decided to nix it. It was a shame.
Yeah.
But all right,
Too bad.
here we go. Interview question number 1. This one comes by way of Jeff Zwelling of StubHub. He's the CEO of
Yes.
StubHub, and he asks his job candidates, a hammer and a nail cost $1.10, and the hammer costs $1 more than the nail. How much does the nail cost?
Wait, what? It's that? Really?
Mm-hmm.
10
That's the
cents.
question.
It's that easy. This is a.
I
this
don't know,
is their
Damien.
favorite interview question. Am I
Tell me the
wrong?
answer, and we'll see how easy it is.
Is it not $1.05
$1.05.
Oh, how much does the nail cost? The nail costs 5 cents.
Why does the nail cost 5 cents?
Well, because the hammer has
I'm-
to cost $1 more than the nail. What are we doing here? This is legitimately a
hammer-
question.
I'm telling you that you're getting the answer wrong. The
Am I?
hammer and a nail cost $1.10. The hammer costs
Yeah.
$1 more than the nail. How much does the nail cost?
Well, wouldn't the hammer have to be $1.05 and the nail be
10 cents.
5 cents, adding up to
Ari is
$1.10?
correct. Ari
How?
is correct. It is 10 cents.
How is
A
it?
nail is 10 cents.
if
and
you
a
buy
hammer
a
costs
hammer-
$1 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A hammer and a nail combined cost
Yeah.
$1.10.
But a dollar is 90 cents more than 10 cents.
is 90 cents more than 10
You're
cents.
all wrong. Yeah, I'm right.
Wow.
Is
All
Jeff
right.
Zwelling crazy?
Hang on.
I'm very upset by this. This is a favorite interview question. What does
This
this
is his
prove
favorite-
anyway? What does this
This
prove
is-
anyway?
I
That
don't
you're
know.
that you're a jerk?
I have literally no idea except for
But I
that
don't-
I'm
I
a
think
jerk.
you're wrong.
You're totally right. It is 5
I,
cents.
Yeah.
yes, right? But I'm saying, what is this? This is this is crazy talk.
This
I hope you
proves
have
that
some
you're a
questions.
thought leader.
I hope
Okay.
you have questions
Number
from
2.
women on this list because men are crazy. This is his favorite question.
A standard one should be like, what is the average period? A lot of people don't know that.
I'll
Yeah,
take
how
that
long
over
is
the
the average
stupid
cycle?
hammer nail question. Okay, moving on.
All right. Sorry.
You
And,
I'm
and
not
shame
knowing
on you
woman.
both for falling for that. Like, how did you
We
get
did.
that wrong?
I know,
Yeah.
so quickly.
Okay.
Number 2.
Yes.
Comes from Peter Thiel
Ooh,
of
my
Hip Hop
favorite
Mafia
man,
and
yeah.
Palantir. Yeah, I
Mhm.
had to include him, of course. Here's his question. Tell me something that's true that almost nobody agrees with you on. I want
Well,
individual answers from you.
yeah, for me, it's that the hammer would cost $1.05 and the nail would cost a nickel. As much as I hate Peter Thiel, at least he's getting into someone inside somebody. At least he's creating a conversation here. Go ahead, Ari.
I
You have
don't
an answer
know.
for this?
I feel like my optimism in humanity almost nobody agrees with me.
Yeah.
People who do the right thing.
All right.
That's your answer. People who do the right thing.
People will do the right thing.
That's your.
Oh, you
that's something that's
think?
true. Okay.
That is something I know to be true that people disagree with me about.
Okay. Mine is. First, I was gonna say for a cheap joke, the Earth is flat, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say, that in spirit of our week of horror and sadness, I'm gonna say that men should absolutely never have the right to vote on legislating the abortion rights for women. Why are they? Why do they even get to vote on this, Emma? I don't understand. Why are men allowed to vote on that? I don't get it.
Okay.
Why?
So
Why?
Damien didn't understand Peter Thiel's question.
Wait, I have my
Damien
real
has a-
answer.
No, I
now.
think it's true that
have my
men
real
should
answer.
not be
I think it's true,
ever
but
be allowed. Yeah.
There's a second part of that question, which is that almost nobody agrees with you on, and I
Yep.
think there
Oh,
are
you're
a
right, I
large
got it wrong.
majority of people.
Damn, that means
Yeah,
I can't
Ari.
be hired by Peter
You know
Thiel.
the game show?
Oh,
The game
Yes.
show with 3 doors, and
Yeah.
then
Yep.
you pick one, and then they show
Yep.
you one.
I
and
know
they
this
say, Do you
one.
want to switch or do you want to stay?
It's the it's the
Uh-huh.
let's make a deal
You
Yeah.
switch. You gotta
paradigm.
switch
or
doors.
whatever.
You gotta
Yes.
switch doors. Interesting.
But I agree with you because I've read that article. Ari, I agree with you. All right, moving on.
Moving
Whatever,
on. Number
Damien.
3. This
Yeah.
one is from Larry Ellison, CEO of Oracle, another one of our
Yes.
favorites.
Yes.
Are you the smartest person you know?
Stop.
No.
Absolutely not. I mean, really?
Yeah.
That's the question?
Yeah.
That's his favorite interview
That is
question?
the
Who would say
question.
yes
That
to
is-
that?
That's sad.
I
I
don't
wonder
know.
if he hires all the yeses or all the nos. I wouldn't
That
hire
feels-
a yes.
That feels very Larry Ellison to me. There's something that feels very narcissistic about that question. I don't know, very egomaniacal. What else
All
you
right,
got? Come on.
next.
All right, next. We have George Michel, who is
Yes.
the CEO of Boston Market.
Does that still
Um,
exist, Boston Market? That's the news of the day. I didn't know
It
that.
does,
Okay.
and I am shocked at CEO Michelle because
Yeah.
I actually think that this is one of the best interview questions I read on the entire list.
Sure.
Most of the ones I pulled are ridiculous, but this one I
Yeah.
actually thought was a
Are
really
you the
good question.
smartest person you know? How dare you?
I know,
Yes.
I know. If you were a consultant, what would the sign on your door say?
Ooh.
So, like, in my mind, I'm interpreting this question as, like,
Go
what
away.
do you have expertise in?
Oh, see,
know,
I was
like,
going to say,
what-
like, be right back or something. Yeah. What was my
'Cause you're a dick.
expertise? I mean, we're all clearly ESG experts here. That's what we do.
Uh-huh. But what about,
can't-
I'm thinking about
Yeah.
it more in a, like, soft skill way. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you good at?
Got it.
In
Got
a,
it.
you know, that's that. Ari, do you have something? I see you
Yeah.
thinking hard over there.
Mine would say, need to chat.
That's a
Mine
good
would
one. I
say-
agree.
Mine would say something pretentious like holding a mirror to your mind, holding a mirror to your
Whoa.
world. Yes.
That.
What else you
I
got?
think
Come on. Yeah.
All right. Next, we have Neil Blumenthal and David Gilboa from Warby Parker. David, don't say a
people.
thing.
To
yeah,
two
I
people.
thought two
Yeah.
people. What was the last costume you wore?
Ooh, I like this one. See, this is
Yeah,
a good
right?
question. Yeah. What
This
was the
is
last
fun.
costume you wore?
Yeah.
Boy, it's been a
I-
long time for me. Costume.
I was flight attendant Britney Spears.
What? Wait,
That's such a good costume.
in real life or like for like a party?
For a party in real life.
Because a costume. See, I was thinking. See, this is why they probably wouldn't hire me. Because I was thinking
I
a
mean,
costume like
metaphorically.
I was. No, I was thinking like to like some crummy like conference or meeting I had to go to for my last job where I had to wear a tie. Like that to me, that's a costume. Because if you know me, I'm already an uncomfortable person. But you put a collared shirt and a tie on me, I am like sweating and itchy the entire day because I feel like an imposter. I feel like a poser. So that's the last costume I wore. I had to go to London for some business meetings and I had to wear a suit. That's the last costume I wore. Yeah.
Honestly, Damien, I think you just won that question and got hired to work at Warby
Really?
Parker.
For my honesty?
Yeah, I do.
For my honesty.
I think so.
Thank you.
I think that was sort of the
Cheers.
intent of the question. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
All right, next. We have, of course, we could not leave the egomaniac
Yes.
wonder out of this list. We have Elon Musk, who asks, I can't believe what I'm about to say.
Yes.
Elon Musk asks his interviewees, you are standing on the surface of the earth. You walk
True.
1 mile south, 1 mile west, and 1 mile north. You end up exactly where you started. Where are you?
That's such a man question. It's such
Is
a
that
male
not the
question.
worst thing?
Yeah.
With
Okay.
Santa Claus.
Wait. Wait. What? You walk 1 mile south, 1 mile
Yep.
west,
And
1
And
mile
1 mile
north. You
You're
end
at
up
the North
exactly
Pole.
where you started. Oh, where
Where
are
are
you?
you?
Oh, is
There
that
are-
right, Ari? I thought
I'm-
this was a. Oh,
I'm
I thought
pretty
this was like
sure.
a esoteric question. Like I thought this was like a existential.
No, there's an actual
thought.
answer.
Oh, I see.
There are multiple answers, I think.
Right, he has Asperger's, so he's probably very much he's grid based, and I don't even know what that means. Ari, you're probably right. He probably is in the North Pole or something like that. Is that right? The true
There's a
North Pole.
sphere, so if
True
you
north.
go west, you're also
Do you know the answer, Emma?
moving over.
Do I know the answer?
don't know.
One of the
Yeah.
answers is the North Pole.
True North Pole. The true North Pole.
Yes. There are
Not the
multiple
one from
answers, though.
not the one from the Will Ferrell movie Elf.
No.
Okay.
I wish that were the one, but
I
no.
wish too. I like that
I
one.
like
That's
that one.
pure
What's the
Elon
other
Musk.
One? The south. No, it doesn't work in the South Pole.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah, one is the North Pole. Let's see. Hang
Wait,
on, I
don't
can
tell
get-
me. We'll think about
And
Don't
it.
tell-
two
This
is
fun.
the Chrysler Building in Manhattan. Is that the other answer?
Ooh, no, that is not the other
No.
answer, and I cannot find the other ones quickly enough, so we're moving on.
Moving on. What else?
Number 7. We
Yeah.
have, of course, Damien's former crush. I think former is
Yeah.
appropriate here. Jack Dorsey.
Yes. former
Why
crush.
are you here?
Ooh, I like this one too.
Oh, come on. No, I hate this one. This is arguably my least favorite question.
Look, I'm okay with
I
questions.
want a job.
Right. But I think
Yes.
I'm okay with that answer, Ari. I'm okay with questions that just prompt people to talk. I don't know. I think it's okay to just talk in an interview. Elon Musk is trying to. I feel like he's trying to trick you, trying to be smarter than you. I don't know that Jack Dorsey's doing that.
I like
Do you
that.
think he's
That's
doing that?
fun.
Why are you
Yeah.
here?
Here.
Well,
I
I,
would
think
say-
it's just it's
Yeah.
removing yourself from reality in my mind. Like Jack
Right.
Dorsey is just lives on another plane than everyone else, and that question really conveys that to
Yes.
me. I don't know, but
I would
please
probably
answer.
answer,
away. Why are you
I'm
here?
here because of an incredible amount of random chance and luck. I guess that's how I'd answer it.
Whoa! I think that you would not get hired. I think that you
No,
bombed
it's
that
fine.
interview. Actually,
I don't want to work at big data. Okay, what else you got?
Wait, Ari didn't answer why she was here.
Oh, she did. She said she wants the job. She wants a job.
Yeah.
Oh, she wants the job. That was your answer.
Yeah. And I think if you're a mile north of the South Pole, no, 2 miles north of the South Pole,
Yeah.
walk a mile south,
Yeah.
a mile west,
Yes. Why is she doing
Uh-huh.
circle motion?
and
yeah.
a mile north.
You talking
Yeah,
about
you're back.
altitude, like walking a mile north, like up, straight up in the air?
No.
No.
If
That's
only.
elevation.
Number 8.
Sorry.
Yes. Number 8.
This is the most obscure, I think, person I pulled from
Good.
this list. Harold
Good.
Hughes, who's
Who?
the CEO of Bandwagon, which is a blockchain
What?
company.
Excuse me.
And his
Yes.
question
Yes.
is
It's all men.
would-
It's all men.
it's
Emma.
all
Why are you?
I can give you an explanation for this one.
Okay. Unlike Green Business, Greenfin 22.
This is not a diverse
Every
list.
every other list in America is always all men. You notice that? It's always
Yes.
men. Yeah. Go ahead. Emma.
Yes. So Harold asks his interviewees, would you rather be rich or would you rather be king?
Oh, come on. That's
Ooh.
easy.
Mhm.
I feel like that's just
Is
simple.
it? Okay.
the hell-
What's up, Damien?
Okay, granted, I've only watched the first season of The Crown, which I loved. I never thought I'd watch it because, because when there are shows that everybody watches and loves, I'm just like, leave me alone with your favorite shows. But it was a beautiful a beautiful show, a beautiful season. I can't wait for Olivia Colman. She's in the next season. I love Olivia Colman more than anyone needs to know.
Power or money, Damien?
But I will say, from their interpretation of her life, Queen Elizabeth, I there's no way I would want to be king. It looks like a nightmare, an absolute
Doesn't it?
trivial nightmare, a bunch of nonsense. So I'll take the money. I'll go somewhere in a corner of like the United States, like Maine or Canada. I'll go to like Nova Scotia. I'm just gonna hide somewhere. That's what I would do. Ari?
All
I
right.
would
Alright.
rather be king.
Oh, really?
Wow. That
All right.
I'm surprised by that. Why?
Really? Because
Why?
with power, you can do things. And you can, if you're powerful enough, you'll get other people's money to do the things.
That's true,
I
but
don't know.
As
Like
this show
things that bother
demonstrates,
you,
yeah,
things that bother you, you have the power, can get the power to change more than just with money. I don't know. Money doesn't seem satisfying to me.
Do you
But
want to hear?
As this show demonstrates, it doesn't being rich also come with power?
Yes. Do you want to hear his reasoning or
Yes,
his
go ahead.
explanation of both answers?
Sure, go ahead.
So he says, what's more important is the reasoning. If the response is to be rich, but they use their new wealth in ways to help others, that speaks to their empathy and compassion. If they
Yeah,
choose king,
Ari.
I'm interested in their views on impacting power structures.
Okay.
I don't know. All right. Moving
I
on.
would be the fairest queen of them all. There'd be no French Revolution over here.
And to Harold Hughes, welcome to the show. We've never talked about you. I've never even heard of your company.
Right? I know.
But
A new character.
here's the flaw in that question. If you're king, you're obviously also rich. So I don't think it's a
Agreed.
fair. There's something wrong with the logic there. All right, yeah, go ahead. What's next?
All right. Number 9, we have Stephen Galanis from Cameo. He asks,
Mm-hmm.
if you could draw your life in the form of a river, what would it look like?
What? It would look like
This
a
is
river.
for Damien. This
Yeah.
is just for Damien.
Okay, Ari, can I tell you, and you, Emma, the river is one of my favorite metaphors in life. So I'm
I
already with Stephen Galanis. I love rivers so much. I love everything about them. Really, anything you can think of about it, Ari, I love. And not
Damien's
just a
gonna
river.
Start adding these people on LinkedIn just in case.
Yeah, not just a river. Streams, brooks, creeks, anything that flows. To me, is a beautiful metaphor. But I will say this. This is where Stephen, where you fail with this question. If I could draw your life in the form of a river, it would just look like a river. They all look the same. They all kind of meander. They all meander like a river. What am I doing? How can I draw a river that looks like a clown? Like, I don't understand what do you mean? What's he talking about, Ari?
Like you
I
start
think
out
that-
smooth and it gets rocky.
No.
Then you have a big pitfall. Then
That's all
So,
rivers. You're defining
feel the
rivers.
need-
True.
Yeah.
Are
go ahead,
you
Emma.
purposefully misunderstanding the question, or
Me-
do I
no,
actually
this is
need
just
to
me.
explain it to you?
No, I'm being sincere.
Okay, well then I think you need to understand that I think
Yeah.
the implication with this question is that he says that the question allows him to understand his candidates in 20 minutes as if he's worked for them for 20 years, which is, quite a
Okay.
statement, a little bold.
Sure.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
I agree, but sure, I get where he's going with that.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that you're supposed to think of your life in terms of like life events that impacted you and how it flows you down
With
the
like
river.
tributaries and deltas and
Estuaries, perhaps. I think, you
Okay,
can be I'm gonna.
I will. Yeah.
We're going to use Ari as our real experiment here.
Go
Ari,
ahead.
describe your life as if it were a river.
How do you do
The
that?
river would not be
Connecticut
linear.
River.
It
Connecticut
would
River.
it would do some hard turns
Like all rivers.
and a little unpredictable right now. Who knows?
So, at the head of the river, we're
if
not
you're
sure what's
tubing
happening.
down my river, you may or may not be approaching a cliff.
Emma, am I wrong? But
Whoa.
she's describing rivers.
Yeah.
I
But
don't get
she's
the question.
Making
Yeah.
it personal. So,
My
okay.
river.
Yeah.
Damien, I feel the need. I'm annoyed with Damien's response
Buzz
to
me.
this
You
question.
can buzz me if you want. I'm
So-
trying. I am trying.
So it's like, okay, the beginning of my river was, a pretty normal beginning to a river, pretty calm. The didn't have, many big waves in my way or many rocks or things trying to trip
Waves.
me up. But
Yeah,
then, in the middle of my river, things started to get a little rockier. There was some more obstacles.
Yeah, like a river. You're describing a river
Yeah.
once again.
All right,
I'm just-
what's
but, like,
next?
someone else could be like, the beginning of my river was really tough, and now it's kind of smooth sailing at the end of my river.
Well, you know what? Maybe if you didn't say draw, maybe if you said if you could describe your life, like maybe that's where I'm hung up. I'm actually thinking literally of like a jagged line on a page.
I also think that he might be referencing like a psychiatric exercise, because there is an exercise where people have to like actually draw their lives in a river. It's like, okay, this is event number 1, and that led me down the river to event number 2. That I think it's more.
This is why I love rivers as a metaphor. You see, there's so many metaphors you get out of the river. Yeah.
Isn't it? It's a lot for job interview.
And to be fair, we're talking about a guy who started a company where you pay exorbitant amounts of money for a deadbeat celebrity to like say happy birthday to you. I mean, it's really a pointless company. Absolutely pointless.
It's that company.
So that says something about his river. It's a dry river. Okay,
I'm going to stop asking you how your days are, and I'm just going to start asking you how your river's flowing.
How did your river look today? All right, what's the last question? Come on.
All right, and finally, a very answerable question for the last one. Number 10, Maggie Timoney from Heineken USA. A woman, yes. So, if you were stranded on a desert island on your own, you think you know where I'm going, but you actually don't, because if you were stranded on a desert island on your own, what 3 songs would you bring with you and why?
I hate these. I really hate these kind of questions. Yeah, this is why. Yeah, no, I'll let Ari answer this one.
I would bring one.
What 3 songs? Oh, that would kill me because you have
to.
Not even albums. You have to listen to the same 3 songs over and over. It'll drive you crazy.
Song and one EDM song.
That's a good Ari. That's a smart choice. I didn't think of it that way.
Do you know what songs those would be?
3 different genres.
I want titles. Maybe this is asking too much, but I want titles.
Huh. I don't even, you know me, I don't even know.
She doesn't know this.
Names.
I have a different answer for you, Maggie. And again, you sell beer, so I don't know how seriously I have to take you. But I might choose not to bring 3 songs because honestly, Emma, it would literally drive me insane if I only had 3 songs that I had to play for eternity. Those songs would drive me mental, though. Like but I would start to fixate on it. It would just like it would kind of be like this cyclical horror show. Like it's too much pressure for me. I couldn't do it.
You'd be like, no songs.
I'd rather have the sound of birds. Rather the sound of birds.
Well, you would choose no music, even the option of music, because you can. This reality, I'm choosing to believe that you can turn the songs off at will. So you would choose no music, even if it was just 3 songs.
Wouldn't you start to hate those songs, though? Wouldn't they start to drive you kind of crazy?
But I'd just turn them off.
Think about it.
I'd just be like, I don't need to listen. But at least I'd have a song if I ever wanted to listen.
Believe me, you'd still be hearing it in your head when you turned it off.
Yeah. I'm just saying. This is
the way my mind works. I'm sorry, man.
Okay.
You're asking me to be honest.
I've played songs on repeat before for weeks. Like
the
same song.
Yeah. That's the definition of crazy.
Yeah. And all 3 of us
we all do it.
To have
We've all
down.
done it. Yeah.
By the way, to wrap up and readdress your comment from earlier about the lack of women on this list, that is because most of the women asked actually decent questions.
Yeah, I believe that actually. I believe that.
And so every one of them was like reasonable and kind of interesting. And so Maggie was the only one that had a little something to it. That wasn't just like normal and nice and reasonable.
Here's why I would never ask these kind of male type of questions, because I know what it's like to be asked questions like this, and it puts the interviewee in just an awkward position because it becomes a game of like, what do they want to hear? What should I say? How do I please the male overlord?
Absolutely.
It's annoying. There are better ways to get insight into people's souls than to ask them like if you're standing on the surface of the earth and all that stuff. That's a little obnoxious. That's just my opinion, Ari. Don't hate me for it.
Yeah, that's fine. I usually crush these questions. So.
All right. And that's it. Those are your 10 favorite interview questions from your favorite CEOs.
Thank you. Get us out of here, Emma.
All right. That was Business Pants. I'm Emma Lurking. Thank you to Damian Rollis, Matt Moscardi, and Ari the Data Queen. Apologies, Damian Rollis, Ari the Data Queen, and our special guest, Matt Moscardi, because he did not host today. He was a guest. He's been demoted, clearly. We will be back tomorrow with some Woke Wednesday nonsense. We will